Okay. Okay, as you join, begin to go to the comment section, introduce yourself. First thing, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please indicate in the comment section that you can hear me. If you can hear me, use an emoji sign or go to the comment section and let me know you can hear me. Thank you. All right. So let's inform our friends, our loved ones that we are live, our colleagues that we are live, because a lot of you have been asking about running of ads. So we are starting a series on running of ads. So you will be learning how to run ads, real estate ads. So everyone to the comment section and let me know you can hear me loud and clear. To the comment section and let me know you can hear me. To the comment section. All right. Let me know you can hear me. Okay. So today we are looking at why ads don't work. That's one of the things we'll be looking at. How ads can improve your revenue. Also, what are the elements that makes up an ad? Like I said, is a series. So I would also be looking into, maybe in our next class, we'll look at different ad platform. I will likely use Facebook for next class ad platform and show you the things within the ads platform that impact your ads, how to really know if your ad is going to perform or not. So it's going to be a long series, which might take us about 3 to 4 classes. But this foundation is going to be very critical to your understanding of why your ads are not performing, what to really do, the component, what makes up an ad. Should I prepare for an ad or should I prepare for a campaign? These are some of the things we will be looking at. What should you really prepare for? Are you preparing? Are you supposed to prepare for an ad or you are supposed to prepare for a campaign? What is the difference between a campaign and an ad? These are some of the things we're looking at today. So, while we're still waiting for others to join us, I'll give room for, if you have questions, you can ask your question in the comment section. Go to the comment section and ask question. If you have any question you want to ask, go to the comment section, especially in respect to our previous class. Do you have any question, or is there a particular area that pertains to running of ads you really want me to address? If there is a particular topic that pertains to running of ads and you want me to address that topic or that area in detail, please indicate in the comment section. Yes, I have the curriculum or what I want to look at today, but if you have a pressing area that you really want me to address, please go to the comment section and type in your question right away. All right, so let's do that. Who says so? Since when? I've gone live on Instagram before. I'm waiting for your comments. Or should we proceed? There is no comment. Should we proceed? By the way, let me see those that are with us. We have a land president who says she can hear me. We also have living with Karen _ Fisher. You can hear me, right? So let's, our usual way, let's introduce ourselves. Let's introduce ourselves. Your name, where you are joining us from. Your name, where you are joining. When I mean your location, the city you are joining us from. Please, let's do that. Also, I also want to ask a question about our timing and day. I know some persons have reached out to me privately asking about our timing and our dates of class. I've thought about changing it to a Saturday. So if you have a preferred day you want us to be having the section, also let me know in the comment section. So let's do that in a few minutes. Then I start the section properly. All right, we have land president joining us from Asaba. All right, any other person? Okay, we have Karen joining us from Abuja. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to share my screen, so give me some minutes while I locate my file and okay, so let me share my screen so we can proceed. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was actually trying to share my screen, so let me do that now. So we'll proceed. All right. Oh, this is not even the document, but let's just proceed because of time. Model lead mastery. Why is it showing 2005 versus 2006? Okay, because of time, I will just proceed with what I have on the screen. All right, so the first thing we are looking at today is advertisement. What is really advertisement? You hear these words. You hear the word marketing, you hear the word sales, You hear the word advertisement. What is the difference? Because sometimes we use them interchangeably and not really understanding their difference most of the time could lead to getting the wrong results because you don't know what to expect. While you are doing marketing, you are expecting sales results. While you are doing sales, you are expecting advertisement results. Okay. So these are factors that could affect your results in general. Okay. So now that being said, what is marketing or what is advertisement and what is sales? Okay, so marketing simply is the act of creating awareness about a product, services, or a brand with the intention of generating interest. That is marketing. So, the purpose of marketing, the immediate purpose of marketing is not to make sales. The immediate purpose of marketing is to get people to show interest in either the product, the services, the brand, right? So there are different things you're marketing. Some purpose of marketing is to get people drawn to the brand, not to make a sale. Some purpose of marketing is to get people drawn to the products. So that is why before you copy any marketing or any marketing activity or campaign, you must try to understand if the objective of that strategy align with your own objective. Now, why do people create brand or marketing awareness to draw attention to the brand or the product? The reason why you need to get people to be drawn to your products, your services, or your brand is so that when they want to buy, you are among the option of consideration. Because some of you are not even in the picture when people try to make buying decision of what you are selling. Okay? You are not in consideration. When I'm considering a toothpaste to buy, the question is, if you are the type that is selling toothpaste or producing toothpaste, if I have not heard of your products before now, I won't put you into consideration among the options of consideration. That is what you need to take note of. So it is not just about selling, it is about being among the options. That is the first thing. Are you even among the options of consideration? I want to buy property. I will either deal with a realtor or I will deal directly with the company or the developer. But the question is, if I don't know you among realtors, how do I consider you among the options? If you are not in the table of consideration, how do I see you as one of the options to consider? That is why certain brands are, we buy them not because of us, not because of how good they are, because they are in the option of consideration. For example, I can bet that some of you are using certain brands today, not because you know how effective that brand is, but because that is the brand you use while you were growing up in your father or in your mother's house. That is why you use them today. And or you know a certain celebrity who is being used to advertise that product or the services. Your favorite celebrity is one of the advertisers or the brand ambassador. So you tend to consider that brand. So the question is, in your industry, the product or the services you are offering, the real estate business you are doing, if I am considering buying property today, number one, will I consider your city, using real estate as a case study now? Will I consider the city you are in existence in? That is one. Number two, will I consider you, or will I consider the product you are selling? And for some of you who have been in our training consistently, I've always said that when you want to market in the real estate space, don't only sell the products. Don't focus on only selling the products. Rather, you should also focus on selling the city. Because before I invest in any place, buy any property, I would have to know if that city is good enough for me to live, if that city property would yield the expected returns on investments. So, and for the property, for me to know if the property will yield a return on investment, I have to have seen certain development plan, certain development taking place in that city. Hence, I would decide to invest in that city. Now, after deciding that I want to invest in that city, the next thing I will have to also do, should I invest with in that city? That will not be the next phase. Okay, I want to invest, let's say, what type of real estate investment do I want to carry out in this city? Am I buying a house? Am I buying a land? Am I So I will consider the different types of products. Now, when I decide on the product, then the next thing I would also have to decide is who should I invest with? So the question is, in all of your marketing activities, which of these have you carried out? Not all marketing is meant to directly sell the product. That is the point I'm making now. Not all marketing is, and one of the reasons why adverts do not work is because we have the wrong expectations for the advertisement. Excuse me. When you have the wrong expectation for your adverts, your advertisement will not give you the results. Your advert would fail when you have the wrong expectation. And what do I mean by the wrong expectation? Your brand is not known, okay? But you want to sell the products. You are not known, but you want to sell the products. The value of the products you have is not known, but you want to sell the product. And that is why people contact you. Okay? Once you carry out brand awareness, brand awareness for those in the real estate space now, the city awareness, if I'm to call it that, the awareness about the city or marketing of the city, marketing about my brand, and marketing of my product, it makes the conversion process shorter. Once the brand is known, once I know that I've made a decision, it is Lagos I want to invest, it is Abuja I want to invest, I have made up my mind. Okay, some of the challenges most of you have with your leads is that they have not made up their mind whether they want to even invest in your city. They like the video they saw, they like the product they saw, but they are still trying to consider, though this product look enticing, but the question is, will it deliver what I want? Is this city a preferred location for me? Can this brand deliver what they promised? And once that is the situation, conversion becomes very long. Conversion takes a longer time to deliver. So that is the first section or the first phase of this class. So why advertisement, why marketing fail in most cases is because your brand is not known, you are not known, whether personal or corporate brand, not known. The city you are marketing, I don't know, or I'm not sure if that city is a good location for me to invest in. So without, I would struggle in trying to invest with you. That is the point. So go to the comment section and let us know. I asked certain question earlier. I started with asking a question about if you have specific area. We're moving into advertisement, but I have to lay this as a foundation first. Okay, so and why your adverts are not converting, one of the reasons I say is wrong expectation. Even if I teach you how to target, how to run your ad effectively, and you have the wrong expectation, right? You would still struggle with the results. Okay, hence I'm taking you through these routes. Okay, so let's move on. Now, when we talk about advertisement, what is really advertisement? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. What is really advertisement? When you hear the word ad, I want to run ads. I want to run ads. Let me ask a question and I need a response in the comment section. What is advertisement, right? And I'm going to mention things. The video and the flyer or the content of my advert. One, the targeting and the platform. Two, among these two things or these two categories, which one is the ads? I repeat, the content of the ad, which could either be video or flyers, right? Number two, the platform, the targeting, like which most of the time, whenever you attend classes, learn how to run ad, they show you how to target. That is what you learn as advertisement. Now, between the targeting and the content, which of these is the ad? Comments, response in the comment section. I'm waiting for you. Thank you. Response in the comment section. Let's do that fast. Okay. We have one person saying the content. Any other person? Let's keep the class active, please. Let's keep the class active. Which of these two is the advert? We have someone say the content. So, okay, we have somebody say all of the above mentioned. Okay, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let me get more response. Between the content, which is either the video and the flyer, or the targeting and the platform, which is the advert itself? Which is the advert? When we say advertisement, I want to run ads. Advertisement campaign. What is ad? What is the advert? I need response, please. Are you just in the class but doing something else? I need response. Are you just in the class or doing something else, or you are actually paying attention? Let's get the engagement up. Response, please. Okay, because of time, let's proceed. Because of time. Okay, we have Ella also saying content. All right. Now this is it. Most of the time, most of you, when you want to run ad, you prepare and your focus is mainly on the platform, on how well you can. Some of you even reach out, Mr. Chris, I want to run ad. Who should I target? Now, is targeting good? Yes. But the advert itself is the content. If you get the content wrong, your advertisement would flop no matter how good your targeting is. So you have to first of all decide, who do I want to target? And what type of message will resonate with this type of people? So the message itself, which is the content itself, is much more important than your targeting. If I choose not to, like currently, Facebook is saying no more specifying of who you want to target. That is the new policy of Facebook, or what they are recommending. Though you are still allowed to choose who to target, but their current recommendation is that you should not specify who to target, that their platform is good enough to show the ad to the right people. That is what the platform is saying. Now, it is kind of correct. That can work only if your content, if the platform can understand the content and who this content is meant for, then the platform will deliver the ad to the right people without you getting involved. But the challenge in today's world, or in most of your businesses, is that your targeting is your major focus. The content does not it does not is not calling out anybody. It's just like me standing in the market square and shouting, hello, you, please come, you come, you come. Everybody will be looking at me. Most of you are not, most of you are not calling on anybody. Your advert is not talking to anybody. Your advert is not talking to the person you have in mind. Like, let me give you an example. For those of you in the real estate space now, some of you do things like this. Hello, wherever you are watching me from, good afternoon, good evening, good night. You are not talking to anybody. One video, you want to use it to talk to the person that is in the morning. You want to use that same video to talk to the person that is in the evening. You want to use the video to talk to the person that is in the night. So who are you really talking to? Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Now you run the ad. Who do you think the platform should deliver the ad to? Since the platform is saying that don't specify who you want to target, just work on your content, then we'll deliver the ad to the right person. When you use good afternoon, good evening, now the platform is confused. There are some people that are in the afternoon currently. There are some in the night. Who should we push it to? Okay, so this is one of the reasons. Paying attention to the wrong elements, because in an advert there are different elements. Okay, no matter the platform you're using, whether you're using Google, whether you're using YouTube, whether you're using Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, no matter the platform you are using, okay, there are always three elements that are more important in any advertisement campaign. The element number one is the campaign setup itself. The campaign setup is just between you and the platform. It has nothing to do with the customer. It's between you and the platform. The setup number two, or the second element that is important, is the ad set, specifying who is this advert for. Okay, and this is where the platform is saying that don't specify anything here, just leave it for us and we will deliver it to the people that it is meant for. Now, element number three is the ads, right? What you call ads, right? That section is more important than any other part because if the ad is not correct, okay, the platform will not know who to deliver it to. So this is one thing you must take note of. Who the elements, the three elements of advertisement, the campaign, the ad sets, and the ad. Though on different platform it has different names, right? For other platform, you might not see, the audience might not be called ad sets, okay? In Google or YouTube, we call it ad group. It's still talking about the people you want to see the ad. We call it ad group there. Okay, so it depends on the platform you are using. But the point I'm making is no matter the platform you are using, they all have three elements. Okay, so this is what you need to take note of. Now let's move to the part that is more important, which is the ads, which you call content. Now that ad section on its own is also divided into sub elements. And what are these sub elements that is made up of? Okay, these are the things you now need to look at. Number one, we have what we call the message. Number one sub element or number one element of the ad content is the message. Number two element, right? Number two element is the market. Okay, the market. Now, when I mean the market, what do I really mean? Because that part needs explanation. What do I mean by the market? Every one of us is in a certain market. And for some of you who have been in my class, paid class where I've taught this before, you see me, I teach you something called, I always ask you, how many types of markets do we have? Where I told you we have three types of markets globally. In terms of customer categories, there are three types of markets. When I say three types of markets, I'm referring to the buying objective can be broadly categorized into three. Buying objective can be broadly categorized into three, right? And what are these categories we have? We can say you buy things for either health purpose, you buy things for either wealth purpose, or you buy things for either relationship purpose. No matter what you are buying, it can be categorized into these three categories. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, which of this category does my product or my services fall into? Let me give you an example. You are in the real estate market. Why should people buy real estate? The first market of real estate is wealth. Most people invest into real estate because they want to build wealth, they want to grow wealth, they want to sustain wealth. So all the sustainer, because real estate say it helps you to store wealth, real estate can help you to create wealth, and all of this grammar you speak of boil down to wealth. Okay, so they are all in one category. So wealth building. For me, who is teaching you running of advertisement? Why should I teach you? Or let's say I'm a marketing expert. The marketing expert, I'm doing it to also build wealth. Okay, the purpose why you should when you patronize me most of the time is because you want to learn how to sell your product. And why do you want to sell your product? So that people, want to learn how to advertise your product so that when people come, they will be able to buy what you are selling. And once they buy what you are selling, you'll be able to make money. Okay, so that is also another category again. So it still fall down to making money. Anything you do, anything you sell, and the purpose why people are buying it is either to preserve money or to make money, it means you are in the wealth market. So whatever thing you are selling, always ask yourself, are you in the wealth market? Or if I'm not in the wealth market, which market am I in? And I told you there are three categories of market. Another category of market is the category of health. Whichever thing you are selling that will either make me more healthy, right? Or help me to recover from being unhealthy, all fall under the health market. And I'm going to give you an example. I want to go to the gym. There are two categories of people that go to the gym. There's a category of people that want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Is either you want to lose weight so you can become you want to lose weight so you can become more healthy. Maybe doctor tell you are getting obese, so you want to lose weight. Okay, so another category of people could also say, I want to lose weight so that I can look more beautiful. Though gym can be categorized into two different markets. One thing you need to know is that some of the products you are selling can fall into different markets, can fall into more than one market. That is the point. Like wealth now, gym now, some people go there because they want to look more beautiful. Why are they trying to look more beautiful? They want to, for the ladies, for example, they want to look more sexy. They want to look more appealing. So they want to appear better. Like somebody say in the comment section, some people want to look more beautiful. So if that is the case, then that person is in the market. And why do you want to look beautiful? You want to look more appealing for the relationship market. Okay, so gym looking beautiful can fall either in health market or it could fall under the relationship market, right? So that is another category again you need to think of. So my real estate business sometimes even those in the real estate business market real estate from the relationship angle, because these days you see a lot of realtors will say, don't buy me flour, don't buy me this, buy me a plot of land, right? So that is an example, is that you want to invest in your partner to strengthen your relationship. Okay, if the person loves you, there's the common statement these days, if the person loves you, it will invest on you on things that will not easily perish, right? So these are examples. So we have the relationship, the health market. And there is a common example I used to give during my conferences and train a masterclass where we say that, okay, if that is the case, where does razor blade fall? Okay, or let me say shaving stick, for example, where does it fall? And we used to use it to create some kind of buzz or argument within the class. And most of the time, I will tell you that shaving stick fall under the relationship market. And those are, you shave so that you can become healthy. You don't shave to become healthy. Not shaving is not what will make you sick or have bumps. Not shaving but clean beard would not make you become sick or have bumps or itchy beards. But if you shave clean, if you shave clean alone, does not mean you will not become sick and all of that. So the purpose of shaving is because you want to appear, you want to look good. And that is because you want to, and that is why even when you look at most of the shaving stick advert and all of that, that is the position. You see a guy walk into a place, get rejected by a lady or a group of ladies because they are not looking too good, or because they don't find him attractive because of how his beards look. Then someone else who is not even as good looking as he is, but because he's well shaved and he's looking good, then that the ladies are rushing him off. Then he hands over a shaving stick to the person who is being rejected. That person goes on to shave. Then he comes back, and all the ladies are now also after him. So you can see most of these big companies understand this principle. They know the market they are into. So you, as a business person, whatever thing you are selling, what market does it work? Okay, you will see example of some advert is talking about the unity of a family. Okay, so every advert is categorized into one of these three categories, one or two or more of these categories. These are things you need to take note of. So as a business person, take note of advertisements that are happening around you. Even sometimes, what do you call close up, also do that advert. People, a guy being rejected or somebody being rejected because of bad breath. People doesn't want to associate or relate with the person because of bad breath. But because the person decided to adjust, and the next thing or gets a close up And the next thing is that you see that person being accepted. Why? Because he has adjusted by taking using close up. And these days, their slogan is mean when you use close up, you get closer. Right? So these are things you need to take note of. So what am I trying to say? One of the reasons why your advert is not working is because you don't know which markets your product fall into. That is why your advert is not working. You don't know the markets that your product fall into. That is why your ads are not working. Okay? So for your advert to be successful, you need to pick a market, the right market for that product. That is the point I'm making. Now, another possible reason why your ad is not working, we're still talking about, remember I told you that there are three categories of, or three components of the every campaign, where I talked about the campaign, right? I talked about the ad set or the ad group, depending on the platform, the name varies, right? Then I talked about the ads itself, okay, which is the content. And we have all agreed that the content is the ad. And I told you that the content itself can be subdivided into three categories. The subcategories, I've told you the markets, right? We've talked about the market, that the market you are into will go a long way to determine what kind of content and the type of message you produce. Okay, so the market, the message, and the media, these are the three elements of the ads itself. The three elements of the ads, the three elements of the content itself can be divided into three. The market, which is what I just explained, the market itself has three markets, three broad markets. Then when you know the market, okay, this person is in the market to store wealth. And there are different ways to store wealth. People store wealth via gold. People store wealth via savings. People store wealth via real estate. So when you know the different categories or different players in your market, you will know how to compete, how you to place your message. So if I want to pair real estate against other products in the market, right? I could do something like, okay, you can save wealth, or you can store your wealth in different commodities. But these commodities, they fluctuate and can easily get stolen, right? But with real estate, it does not easily depreciate and it cannot be stolen, even though in Nigeria we have land grabbers, right? So with that, that is enough reason for someone to invest in. So you know how to put. So with this, because I know the market, you can see that I'm already giving the message. Because I know the market, I am already giving you the message. So if you want your advertisement to be successful, the formula for successful advert is as follows: market, message, then media. Media is the last thing, the platform. Media is refers to the platform. So the platform is the last thing in the equation. The platform is the last thing in the equation. So if you want to be successful, take note of this. The platform should be the last thing. Focus on the message, focus on the market. So that is what in some of my classes I call it the uh, M raised to power 3, or the 3M: market, message, and the media. Okay? So if you can understand this, who am I creating this for? Which markets? Why are people in this market? When I understand this, okay, I'm in this market because I want to build wealth. Or people in the market because they want to make money, which is create wealth. Okay, so what are the different ways people can make money? Different way people can make money. I can choose to work for money. right? That is an option. What if I don't want to work? Okay, what are the other options? I can save money. Okay, I can save money. The little I'm making, I can save it, right? So that is another way. Okay, which is another way I can make the money, also save it at the same time, preserve it easily, and without losing its value easily. That is where real estate now comes into play, right? So these are the things you need to understand. With this approach, it becomes easy to create the message. But if you don't take it from this angle, it is difficult to create the message. Your message, most of the time, is only product based. Your message should be customer centric, not product centric. Okay. So this is why, like, I was talking to a friend who brought someone who wanted to, what do you call, advertise engine oil. And while he was telling me the story about, okay, I have a friend who has an engine oil business, a new product brand of